Hey guys, so it's pretty late at night and I actually found this quote and I just was really struck by it, along with just some other things that have gone on recently in my life, and I just felt like I needed to come on here and talk to you guys. I don't really have any direction for this video. I might get a little bit emotional because it's something that's really important to me and something that just really resonates with me, and that I want to express that to you guys. So the quote that I actually found tonight says, "Fall in love with someone that doesn't make you think love is hard." And this was just a very big thing to me. I have shared a ton of my personal life on YouTube, and I don't regret that at all. I shared my first real relationship, my first time falling in love, my first real breakup, being cheated on, going through all of that, and then moving on from that, dating other people, falling in love again, like all this kind of stuff. And I just think that it's number one, so interesting to see how much growth I've had just personally and how much I've learned from all these experiences. But at the same time, if I'm being completely 100% honest, I was starting to get a little bit jaded and a little bit bitter, I think, about love. And I honestly believed deep down in my core that I wasn't sure if I would ever experience that innocent, real, unjaded type of love that you have the first time around. You know, when you're young and you've never had your heart broken and the other person has never experienced that either, there's never been any reason to not trust someone. You're so open and you're so just allowing to have this amazing experience. And I think, unfortunately, as people get older and as relationships happen and fail, people get scared. You know, being hurt is really difficult and people deal with it in all different ways. You know, being rejected, being dumped, being cheated on, being lied to, whatever it may be, that scars people and it does stay with them. And I think as much as we want to say that we can move on from a situation, we can overcome it, we can become better, in the back of your head, you still don't want to experience that hurt again. And I think a lot of times in relationships, you put up some walls, barriers, you know, emotionally, you don't let yourself get that attached. Maybe you're seeing multiple people at once because you don't want a serious relationship, because once it's serious is once it could actually break your heart and once it could actually matter and mean something to you. And it's super interesting to me to see all these quotes online, you know, on Twitter and Instagram, these funny little memes about, you know, checking up on your boyfriend, how to read his phone, how to see if he has side chicks, you know, how to investigate someone's social media, you know, if they're Snapchatting but they're not responding to your text messages, you know, how to know if someone's a fuckboy, how to deal with someone being a fuckboy, you know, how to make your ex regret losing you, like all this kind of stuff. And I think it's almost become kind of a joke, and it's almost become something where girls just expect it. You know, we expect guys to not treat us very well, and we kind of accept it, and we know, oh, they're guys, they don't know how to handle their emotions. Oh, they're guys, they're always tempted to, you know, get with other girls. It's okay, you know, it's normal. Every guy does it. Every guy talks to multiple girls at once. All these things. And the fact of the matter is, that's not okay. And you don't deserve that. And you never should have to feel like you do. And I will be the first to tell you that maybe that sounds silly and maybe you're thinking like, oh yeah, right. I mean, that's just how it is. You know, dating and love is different for our generation because we do have social media and there are so many distractions and things. And to be honest, I think a lot of people now are scared. They don't want to get hurt and they don't want to experience that pain. But if you think back to the first time that you've ever fallen in love, if you have, and you think back to just the innocence that was there in trusting someone fully and in fully, you know, being the most true version of yourself, that's why I think first loves are so magical, because down the line, after people have experienced hurt, they just don't love the same. They just, you know, they want to be careful and cautious, and they don't ever want to be the one that cares more. They don't ever want to be the one that's more invested because, you know, the sad fact is once you care, that's when it can hurt you and that's when things can go wrong. And I recently met someone that just really like changed my opinion on this. And I'm not getting emotional because I'm sad. I'm actually incredibly happy, because this is something that I am a hopeless romantic at heart. Like, I've always believed that the way that I could love someone and that I could appreciate them and I could be honest with them and, you know, forgive them for their faults and work with them to ultimately become a better version of myself, and to hopefully be a better version of myself when I'm with them and when I'm not with them. And, you know, to have someone motivate me in that way, I always knew deep down that I was capable of that. And I have to say, in a lot of my relationships and past guys that I've dated, I haven't been treated very well. And I've, you know, experienced things that did break my heart and did hurt me and did cause me to become just a bit skeptical of people and a bit skeptical of guys in general, and just in the possibility of finding that real, raw, innocent love where someone's not trying to prove something to you, they're not trying to win over you, they're not trying to play you or anything like that. They just genuinely enjoy you as a person, and they want to get to know you, and they care about what you have to say and your thoughts. And, you know, when things get tough and you need to have discussions about things that are bothering you, they allow it. You know, they never think you're nagging them or being annoying or you're being crazy or overreacting about things that they do that maybe upset you. They listen to you, they understand you, and on some level you compromise and you decide, you know, what can be done in the future, how can we make this work, how can we make sure that you don't feel like this again, and what can I do to make sure that you feel secure and safe and loved and like you can trust me. And with meeting someone like that, that has been able to give me that, but in a way where they didn't even know they were doing it. And I guess that's kind of the craziest part, and that's the part that makes me emotional, because every girl deserves that. And it makes me sad because I'm sitting here talking about this and I'm giving you guys advice and, you know, being raw, explaining my thoughts, and I know that some girls don't think that they deserve that, and they haven't been given that in the past, and they think that's just the way that they have to go on, you know, living with love, and they have to just expect that from guys, and you don't. You honestly don't. And I'm here to say that you shouldn't put up with that. If someone is making you feel bad, you know, less, crazy, overreacting, anything negative, when truly, you know, you just want to connect with them and you want to be able to talk about your feelings and your thoughts and your opinions, if someone's making you feel bad for that, they're the wrong person. And I promise you, never stay with someone because you don't think that you can find someone else. That is just the worst thing that you could possibly do. And even in those moments where it feels like you'll never get over that person, or you'll never find someone else, or maybe that person even tells you, like, look, no one else is going to want to be with you like I do. No one else is going to do all these things for you that I do. Know that that's not true. It really isn't. There are so many people in this world that we have the opportunity to meet, and I just think that if you're holding on to a relationship, or you're holding on to hurt or resentment or some bitterness over a relationship, all you're doing is putting up walls and stopping yourself from being able to fall in love in the most genuine way. I know a lot of people ask me questions, you know, why do you always talk about relationships and dating and love and sex and all that kind of stuff? And I truly believe that in our life, you know, love is the most important thing. I don't think that having a boyfriend is the most important aspect, but love and understanding love and how to give and receive it, and how to ultimately just grow with someone and, you know, learn from them and take in, you know, the way that they see life and apply it to yours. I do think that's the most important thing in life. And I think it's so sad that it's become such a joke, I guess, with our generation, that true love doesn't exist anymore, and that people can't have good, true relationships, because you can. You just have to find the right person, and you have to not give up on the fact that they are out there. And mainly, I wanted this video to be for girls like my sisters or my best friends, or, you know, you guys as my viewers, and just any girl that ever feels in the moment that she's, you know, dealt with some guys that, you know, for lack of a better word, were assholes and that did not treat you correctly and made you feel bad, and made you bitter over love and made you believe that you can't have that authentic, true passion with someone that doesn't have any, there's no like condition to it. You know, there's nothing that's like a catch, and you don't always have to be worrying about who they're with or what they're doing or who else they're talking to, or, you know, when they're gonna dump you, or what they want out of this, or what their angle is, or, you know, waiting to text back because you don't want to seem too eager, or, you know, avoiding them because you want them to kind of chase you and have that, you know, little game be played. Once you realize that that's never gonna satisfy you, and that's never gonna make you happy. And even if, you know, you're in a situation like that and you think it's good and it works for you, just know that there is a love out there, and there are people out there that can treat you in ways that you wouldn't imagine, and in ways that would make you honestly look back at your old self and be like, what was I thinking? Who was I wasting my time on? You know, this is so silly. But all in all, you know, it's part of life. You have to go through it and learn and grow and know better. And I know better now. So I hope that you guys do too. And I hope that you find this video interesting and that it can help you. And as always, thank you guys so much for listening to me. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.